Intelli Learning Space. That is what we like to call this space. You know, all of us call schools, and there are so many names, public schools, international schools and all that. Somewhere along the way, these places have been conditioned and slotted into our mindset for a certain purpose. So the students go every day morning and come back and they do reading and writing. We wanted to approach this with a broader perspective. We want to concentrate on a conscious learning process. So for that, we need to rename this place also. So we call this as Intelli Learning Space. So the first question they ask me is, what does Intelli stands for? When we Google the name, this is the word that it implies: a seeking, a strong urge to know, and that restlessness which will not be quenched until you know. I thought this was a perfect way to define what we are offering here. Education is one word, people will call it, but we like to call it as a learning, a conscious learning space. So, Intelli Learning Center is what we call, but as the names go, you can call it anything you like. What do we do here? Anything differently? The word itself says conscious learning. The world where everything is rapidly changing, where you don't even know what is needed next 2 years. How are you going to prepare your kids for the next coming 10, 20 years where you have no idea what kind of world they are entering? That is when you have to give the child the basic abilities which will make him thrive in any kind of an environment. We are talking about skill sets and abilities which are innate in nature and show him the possibilities. One word to put out is where he can look at every problem as an opportunity or an opening to just grow and make something bigger. If you give this kind of an attitude to the child, then you are preparing him for the next coming whatever decades or the worlds that is coming in. This is what we are trying to do. I know many of us speak these big goals, concepts and visions, but to translate them is an innovation. Some will say that innovation is about technology or methods or people. No, innovation is a mindset, and this is what we have here. We have an innovative mindset to impart learning at a dimension which is more innate and then comes out externally. If you want to understand how we are doing, you have to come and visit us, where we can sit and have a chat and see it reflected in every aspect that we do. We talk about integrated learning. We talk about multidimensional learning. These are new words which confuse many of them. So some of them say that better send them to an international place or send them to this place where they give out. Take all the words aside. This simply means whatever they are learning, the child of this world needs to know how to use. It's not about resources, it's about being resourceful. So we got this incorporated in their day-to-day basis. That starts from the basic lesson to their assembly to a complete section of learnings where we call vertical learnings, where we connect what he is learning in the class, what he is learning for himself and what's happening outside. Do you want me to put it in a simple slot? We know what we are learning to know. We are using it, so it is learning to do. The third one is learning to apply in the world. But the last one, learning to be. That means how is he going to use that learning for himself? This is where we are missing it. These are the 4 learning outcomes we do here: to do, to know, to be and to apply. Thank you.